A young woman on the train needed to use the restroom, but she noticed that the train's last carriage had vanished. Terrified, she rushed to alert a passing crew member. When the crew members looked back, they too were stunned. However, in a panic, they lied to the passengers, claiming that carriage number 5 had never existed in the first place. Everyone was left bewildered. Just then, a young man stepped forward and asked, "All my friends were in that very carriage. Why are you lying to us?" Regaining their composure, the crew members replied, "That carriage experienced a technical malfunction, so we had to leave it behind inside a tunnel. It will be reattached shortly." The passengers felt somewhat reassured, though the staff still appeared visibly shaken. Just then, a maintenance worker arrived to conduct an inspection. He discovered that all the internal wiring within the train had melted. Terrified, he ran to inform the train driver. However, moments later, the train entered a dark tunnel. The passengers began to hear strange, eerie sounds. At first, no one paid much attention, but then a young man began to behave erratically. Gradually, more and more people began to fall under the influence of some malevolent entity. A cameraman attempted to record the unfolding events, but suddenly his face burst open. When the train finally emerged from the tunnel, carriage number 4 too had vanished. Now everyone in carriage number 3 was trembling with fear, for the next tunnel loomed just ahead. Deciding that safety lay elsewhere, they resolved to make their way toward carriage number 2. However, carriage number 2 was reserved for the wealthy, while carriage number 1 housed the billionaires. Ordinary people were strictly forbidden from entering those sections. A terrified young woman, desperate for safety, barged into the carriage occupied by the rich. The wealthy passengers were repulsed by her stench and proceeded to spray perfume throughout the carriage. Just then, the train entered the next tunnel.